I never said I wanted to fuck him. Oh my god. I was young when I wrote this. By now, though, I expect they'll be dead. Oh my god. Jesus, this is getting dark real quick. So she was basically a slutty Barbie with her Ken doll. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah, no, 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 yeah, no, no, no.
We didn't have any little bottles, and I'm too lazy to pour it into a glass. Hello, roses! Today is the start of... No, because I'm not posting it November 1st. I can't say that. Hello, roses! This is why I need scripts in front of me, because I can't think properly in front of a camera, apparently. Look at that little picture. That's me as a baby. Look at me. Oh, I look so cute. Aww. What happened? Hello, roses. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a good week. I'm having a good week. Today, I am really excited to film this video because I'm gonna be reading some of my old stories that I wrote. I have mentioned in my first video, I think, that I wrote a book, but I've also been writing stories since as long as I could hold a pencil. And today, I thought in celebration of NaNoWriMo, I would read through some of my old stories and see how much my writing's improved. I'm super excited to film this, mostly because a lot of these I don't remember at all. I found the files on my computer. I haven't read through them. I just picked a couple and printed them off. So I'm really excited to see the kind of stuff that I used to come up with. These, I think, are like a few years old. So should be interesting. Might be a little cringy too, but we'll see. Also, in case any of you are wondering why I don't have my normal background, it's because the light that's above my desk is broken and hasn't been changed yet, so the lighting is absolute garbage over there. It's probably not much better here, but I have the lamp there, so it might be alright. Probably be better if I moved it in front of me though. Alright, so the first story that we have, I don't remember in the slightest. I don't remember where I got the idea. I don't remember writing any of it. I don't remember any of the context. So I'm really excited to read this one. What I like is the way that I designed a cover. It's the Zombie Apocalypse Diaries, but note that zombie is crossed out and human is written above it in like a font that looks kind of handwritten, the same as what's down here, which is property of Uriah Heatherfield. So I think this is supposed to be like a journal type story. Okay, get my throat ready to read aloud to you guys. I really hate public speaking, and I know you guys like aren't right in front of me, but just reading aloud already feels weird, and I haven't read anything yet. The Human Apocalypse Diaries, property of Uriah Heatherfield, which is a name I pulled out of my ass. Oh, it is in diary format. Okay, this is cool, I guess. Saturday, April 17th, 2020. Okay, so this takes place in the future. Day 1. My name is Uriah Heatherfield. Of course, if you're reading this journal, you've seen the front cover, so I suppose you know that already. Okay, clearly I was struggling to start this. I am 18 years old. I have a 10-year-old wonderful sister, 2 loving parents, and this year I'm graduating. This journal is one of many graduation gifts I received, meant to document my new life in the real world, my new beginning. But again, if you've already seen the cover, you know that I'm lying. Alright, getting a little bit interesting. Those are things I only wish I could say. things I once thought would never change. And yet, here I am, alone, in the cold, hiding in an abandoned car. One of many. I am 18 though, and I did have a family once. By now though, I expect they'll be dead. Oh my god, Jesus, this is getting dark real quick. This page may say day one, but this story started a long time ago. I just don't know when, or where, or how, but I'm going to find out. I'm really good at building the suspense, I think, considering this file, I think, is at least a good 4 or 5 years old. So I would have been like 16 or 17 at the time that I wrote this. So, I mean, it's not bad. So far, we'll see. So, are you confused yet? You want the truth? Brace yourself. Okay, so I'm not reading from the top again. I just want to point that out real quick. This is like a whole other paragraph. Oh, okay. I see. My name is Uriah Heatherfield. I am 18 years old, and my 10-year-old sister and my parents were killed this morning in a rebel blast. Among the rubble of what was once my home, I was able to find this journal. I suspect one of many things my mother had brought and eventually forgotten about. 1 year ago, on this date, humanity fell apart. Monarchs, governments, any form of leadership, all disappeared without a trace. They just vanished. A new form of government, called the Society, came to power. Okay, so this is, I guess, a dystopian kind of story, like The Hunger Games or Divergent, where there's like some kind of government trying to control everybody. I was really, really obsessed with The Hunger Games, so I guess this is probably written around the time that I read that series and saw the movies and got obsessed with it. Anyway, back to the very suspenseful story. A new form of government called the Society came to power. They kept things running for a while, but people became suspicious. Me included. The Society is up to something, and I'm going to find out. I assume what was supposed to be at the end of that sentence. So, the world is falling apart, my whole family is dead, and I'm lying in the trunk of a car writing. Why am I not grieving my family and my poor little eyes out, you ask? Oh, and crying my poor little eyes out, you ask. Because people are turning. They're turning on each other, and the weak ones who waste time mourning will be the ones killed. What? You were expecting a brave, heroic story? People aren't heroes. They never were, and they certainly aren't now. I'm not saving anybody. I'm making sure I survive. We were all wrong, you know. We all thought zombies would be the ones to do us in. Foolish of us. It would be ourselves. Humans will do anything to live. We are selfish, cruel, heartless beings. And once you take away the leaders, we are nothing. We call ourselves the most evolved mammals. Wolves, lions, bears, they can all survive in the wilderness. But if you take away a human's technology, leadership, housing, etc., would they survive for more than a day? From what I can tell, they can't. The difference is, wolves stay in a pack and work together. Humans will put other humans at gunpoint if it means they can have some food to eat. I mean, I'm not wrong. That's true, and it's actually kind of screwed up that society is like that. But I honestly believe that if the apocalypse ever did happen, if we were in like the Walking Dead land, people would be ripping each other apart if it meant they could survive. When if we all just kind of like banded together, it would probably be a lot easier. Zombie apocalypse? No. If you ask me, humans are much scarier. This is the human apocalypse, and it's the beginning of the end. Dun dun dun! for like 4 or 5 years ago, that's not terrible writing. To be honest, I was kind of expecting something to be. I'm expecting some of these stories to be really, really cringy. This one, I could almost like continue this and I think it would be okay. Like, I may actually use this idea for my NaNoWriMo this month. Nobody steal this, please. I actually think I'm gonna do it. I might write the rest of this. This was pretty cool so far. Okay, this one, I vaguely remember writing bits and pieces of this. This one is probably gonna be super, super cringy. This is one of my first novel ideas that never went anywhere. This is called Hell After High School, which doesn't make any sense because she's still in high school, the main character. But this one's gonna be interesting, so we'll see where this goes. Darrow Royal once said that luck is when preparation meets opportunity. The boy waited until I turned around and couldn't see him. Then he made a jerking off motion at me. Too bad you could see a reflection in the school's window. Okay, that's a start. Jordan Simmons was everything I hated in a guy. Long hair, a badass attitude, and of course, he could always be seen sporting his pants halfway down his ass. He kind of looked like a cover model for Teen Vogue Semi-Emo edition. Did I really write that? I was like a super emo kid in high school, so I'm surprised that I said that like it was an offensive thing. Yet, for some reason, I couldn't fathom just about every girl in the school wanted to be all buddy-buddy with the new kid. And to my dismay, that also included my boy-crazy best friend. Watch it, Meg. Stare any longer and he might catch you drooling. The bleached blonde rolled her eyes. He's not so bad. You've got to at least admit that he's hot. Translation? If you ignore his badass attitude, you'd want to screw him too, I said in a mocking tone. She gave me a fake, deeply hurt look. I never said I wanted to fuck him. Oh my god, I was young when I wrote this. Like, this is older than the last one. I think I was still, like, I had just started high school, I think, when I wrote this, and there's, so far, it's not age appropriate. Okay, I couldn't help but raise an eyebrow in disbelief. What? I never said I didn't either, I laughed. Megan was just about every cliche you would expect of a high school cheerleader. Popular, skinny, blonde, and she even had that hot athletic boyfriend. So she was basically a slutty Barbie with her Ken doll. Oh wow. Oh wow. I figured the only reason she hung out with me was to try and throw people off. Okay. Clearly, I think I had someone in mind as the character Meg, because that was the thing with me in high school, is I always felt like all of my other friends were prettier than me and had boyfriends and were more fun than me, and that they all just kind of hung out with me for when all of their other friends were busy, or just to, like I said, throw people off. Now, Bill, the anchor began, talking to the other one back at the news HQ, or whatever it was. As you can see in the tragic scene behind me, it's a mess down here on Highway 61. A black Honda Civic carrying a young girl and her mother was rammed into by... Hey Lucky, I asked the dog, still reaching for the remote. Isn't that the kind of car Aunt Katie drives? There's some lazy foreshadowing for you guys. Kate was my only aunt, my godmother, and Save Meg, the sister I never had, all in one. She was the one my mother named me after, too. Okay, so instead of Katie, she named her Catherine. Charlie, I made a tisk sound. I made a sound at the dog. No, what? Okay, it says I made it in italics TSK sound at the dog. Like a tisk, like a, I think I meant like a tut, like that. I think that's what I meant by that, but like, it's hard to put that sound into writing, and I think that's the best I could come up with. Anyway, did you have to kick the remote under the couch? You couldn't just knock it off, step on it, and then leave it at that? Oh, okay, this is the news anchor talking again now. And police have determined that alcohol was indeed a factor. The woman responsible for the crash is not yet identified, as she had no ID on her and refuses to tell police her name. Kat could make out the slurred voice of a drunken woman yelling in the background. I told you all my name. I really am Dr. Seuss. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this, because I do have like a lot more of these files sitting on my computer that I haven't read in years, and now I'm kind of curious to see what else is on there. Next week I should be back in my normal spot with my normal lighting and my normal microphone. Hopefully everything will be back to normal. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you get notifications when I post a new video. It's usually on Wednesdays and Thursdays. That's it, I guess. I'll see you guys sometime next week.